More Cheers podcast, man. We back at the next light.
NMBT Radio, season of building. What's good, people?
Hey y'all, what's up everyone? No more Black Tears.
What up, what up, what up? It's your boy Big Norm, man. We in this bit.
Alright, so it's been a long week, y'all, man. So it's been a lot of sports this week too. So this week in sports, we got HBCU Talladega. They recently have canceled a gymnastics program, and C's the same day sent me an article talking about different sports in HBCUs like boxing, taekwondo, gymnastics, and cricket that basically are, if not basically existent, are finna go extinct at HBCUs. So what's your thoughts on this, C's?
Yeah, that's like the fact that they actually still have a collegiate league for HBCUs still with cricket. So it's like, yes, black people do play cricket. They used to have like, we always think about the big sports, the money makers, baseball, basketball, football. Those are your money makers. Soccer too. And then like, Howard used to have a good soccer team. They actually won a couple of years ago. Yeah, it's just sad to see like you had all these programs going away, and it was a point I wasn't really thinking about, but Vertese brought it up. He was like, "So you mean to tell me we got all these black gymnasts, Gabby Douglas, what's the other chick, Simone Biles? They're not doing anything or thinking about, doing these programs?" And it's like, this is how bad it is. They literally had two out of all the HBCUs, Talladega College, which is, I'm assuming it's a small private college in Florida, the second gymnastics program, and they were only around for 1 year. So I mean, it's the funding. Where's all the money going? You could have did a fundraiser. You could have did so much to reach out. It's just to see this shit. People not having these opportunities is sad to see. Because I mean, imagine it. Imagine Howard Hampton polo team, Prairie View College. I don't know, cross country team or some shit.
Like I said, they don't pay that much, so it's like you got to be the best of the best to make it to the Olympics, and then after you make it to the Olympics, you get a little bit of sponsorship.
Yeah,
but that's all the money. That's it.
It's like at that point, it's like I might as well go to a PW. You know what I mean? I'm gonna be sponsored.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, my only thoughts is, man, I didn't even know boxing was a sport that people took in college. So I thought that was interesting. But I would say this, like boxing. Yeah, boxing is one of the sports that is not really delivered at an HBCU, so you can't really go to HBCU and say you want to box. I feel like boxing, gymnastics, those are the two sports that caught my eye. There are plenty of black people in those sports, and HBCU should provide opportunities. Yeah, you may not go pro at those sports, at HBCU, but hey, it pays for college, pays for school. And you brought up, Gabby Douglas and Simone Biles. Simone Biles, being one of the most popular athletes in the world right now, and one of the most accomplished in Olympic history. Yeah, man, I don't know if she knows about this, but yeah, I would love for her to be the face of bringing gymnastics back to HBCUs, because there's a lot of little black girls that have looked up to Gabby Douglas and look up to Simone Biles.
When I think about it, it's the money. Where's the money going? So we gotta track the money, like Deion says. Where's the money? Yeah. We supposed to be sold out, and y'all saying you only made $20. What's really good? So the money comes from the boosters.
That's where they're not.
You see what I'm saying? Like the boosters are not doing what they used to do. And I remember at one time, like when I went to college, I remember if you went to college, you did not get a job in your field. You know what I'm saying? So it's hard to be like, we need these HBCUs need to step up. It's really the HBCUs. They doing what they're supposed to do. It's more the alumni. What are y'all doing? Are y'all paying y'all dues? Are y'all representing your school? Are y'all doing what y'all supposed to do? And well, a lot of times when black folks make it, we forget where we came from. So that might be the issue, more or less. Like, Oh, y'all giving back to the community after you make your million? Are you giving back? Are you saying, yo, this is the school I went to? You know, 'cause I see them doing it with the high school sometimes, like the bigger names, like that's with the actors. Like, okay, I went to this school in high school because they don't go to college. Like a lot of actors, they don't go to college. They go straight to the performing arts in high school, and right after high school, they start performing and acting as soon as they turn 18 and be in the movies and everything. So when they make it, it's like, okay, I'm donating to the school because this is school, last school I went to, and we're gonna redo the theater or we're gonna redo the gymnasium, and they named the library after them, so forth and so on. So, you know, it's all about are they giving back? You know?
What's your thoughts, Rose?
Well, it's just sad to see some of those sports go away. Since they started, some of them there, but it's those some of those sports people aren't really playing them anymore. But I think if they start bringing them some in high school, because you got to have it in high school. I think a lot of those sports aren't offered in high school, so they're probably not going to be offered in the college area either. So
Now that makes sense, man. And man, talking about somebody that used sports to escape a situation he was in. You know, this past week, for those who know, Jacoby Jones, you know, long term kick returner and receiver in the NFL, was drafted by the Texans in '07. You know, third round pick, and two of the most memorable plays he had in his career, as well as Baltimore Raven history, was that 70-yard touchdown pass against Peyton Manning's Broncos that led to them going to the Super Bowl, and also that long kickoff return he had in the Super Bowl. Rose, man, you keep up with sports, you know, almost as good as anyone. What's your thoughts on Jacoby Jones passing away at the ripe age of, I think he just turned 40?
yeah, it was. Yeah, it was. I guess it was sad to see because he played for one of my teams, the Ravens. So it was sad to see that he passed away at such a young age. But started to see a lot of other people pass away at the young age. You know what I'm saying? But man, RIP to him. You know what I'm saying? Hope his family had everything set up and he had everything set up for his family. So
Yeah, I thought it was sad, man. I think about this, and it makes me think about, you know, three sports. Combat sports, so boxing and, you know, MMA. Wrestling, if you want to consider pro wrestling a combat sport. And the NFL. Those are the three sports you play, you're going to die young. Like, I just remember a lot of my favorite wrestlers dying in their 40s and early 50s, some dying in their 30s.
They were on steroids, man. They lost their mind.
A lot of combat fighters, they die young too. Or if they don't die young, they fucked up. They older and fucked up. Floyd might be the first, you know, boxer to ever turn 70 and not be fucked up.
I still got questions about him now.
You know? And then fucked up. The NFL, bro, like, bro, the CTE shit came out. A lot of heart attacks. Like, a lot of NFL players die so fucking young. Like, you want to say another
What does
that
CT
died?
stand for? What does CT stand for?
Something traumatic. It's like
It's a TBI. It's a
Chronic.
traumatic brain injury.
is it chronic?
it's like chronic traumatic something.
It's a TBI. It's
You want to
traumatic
talk
brain
about
injury.
Ravens dying, man. Tony Siragusa died, I want to say 2 years ago.
Mm.
And he wasn't that old, bro. Like, he same age as Shannon Sharp. So, you know, hey, man, shout out to Jacoby Jones, because I will say this. He was an average NFL receiver, but if we was to do a top 10 list of kick returners of all time, he'd be in that top 10 somewhere because he was a great kick returner. And the two plays, like I said, man, that 70-yard touchdown pass, I remember that game. Everybody thought the Broncos were going to win, and I don't know what the fuck the safety did, but Jacoby Jones got behind. And for him to make that catch, and like I said, Rose watches football like me do, hey, even if he was wide open, it wasn't 100% Jacoby Jones was going to make that catch. So shout out to him for making that catch. And that kickoff return in the Super Bowl, bro, that shit was, lights went out, bro. Lights went out because of that shit. That shit was different.
Yeah, man, it's crazy to see. You know, he played for the Texans, Pittsburgh Ravens. You know, when I heard about it, it was actually Ray Lewis who, you know, he said, "Hey, I'm disappointed to see one of my former teammates pass away." Crazy to see young. Like you said, probably more highlighted for his return, man. Probably one of the greatest returners. Yeah, it's sad to see, man. Rest in peace.
So moving on to another athlete who career has shifted. So Westbrook got traded from the Clippers to the Utah Jazz, but it's already been reported he's going to basically get bought out with the Clippers, and he's going to sign with the Nuggets. The details of the trade is Chris Dunn going to the Clippers, and the Jazz getting a second round pick. So instead of discussing the details, what is y'all thoughts on Westbrook even being on the Nuggets?
Westbrook going to the Nuggets. It was either Denver or the Jazz. Those are the two places I thought he was going to go. This one, remember earlier in the summer when I said you're going to see a lot more three-way trades? Is this the common thing now? It's like if this team gets this person, this other team's going to get that person. So now you're seeing the three-way trades. Westbrook's in his point of his career. I'm going to be honest. He's probably, unless the stars line up, he's not going to get a championship. At this point in his career, it's about being the best team player. He's older.
So you don't think he owns the Nuggets right now?
That's what I'm saying. Okay, yeah. So, yes. With the Nuggets, he has a chance. This is his chance. But then also the factor of they also did say they want him as a backup. So it's like he's probably gonna end up starting, but he's playing.
You go come off the bench, I think.
He's that reserve player. So it's like at this point in his career, he's what is he, 35, 30 something?
Yeah, I think he's gonna be more. Yeah, he's gonna be more like that Bruce Brown player coming off the bench, bringing the energy, playing some defense. You know what I'm saying? I think he's gonna fill that role pretty good for the Nuggets. I don't see him being the starter for the Nuggets, but he possibly could at some point. But I think he'll be better on the bench because the offense runs through Joker, and he's not really a spot up shooter, but he can slash though. So, but I think he won't start, but I think he'll finish the games. You know what I'm saying?
Like maybe become more like a Nash kind of. He's still gonna score, but he's gonna be a facilitator. You see him?
I mean, I think he's gonna do what he did with the Clippers. Now, I ain't gonna lie. I forgot what analyst was talking about it, but they was talking about how they want to see him start at point guard and Jamal Murray on the shooting guard to go to his natural position. I think it might have been Paul Pierce. I mean, that sounds good in retrospect, but in today's NBA, man, you cannot have a guard on the floor that just can't shoot from the three-point line. And I just feel like, to Rose's point, the most productivity you can get out of Russell Westbrook on the Nuggets, come off the bench, bringing that energy like Bruce Brown did when they won a championship. And, yeah, maybe in the last 2 to 5 minutes of the NBA game, especially if it's tight, it would be nice to see Jokic and Russell on the court. Because I will say this, Russell can still get up there and dunk it. He can still lay the ball up. And every once in a while, he get a mid-range shot. If there's somebody in the league that can find Russell for an easy bucket, hey man, I think it's Jokic. I think him posting up and Russell doing a backdoor cut and catching the ball. Yeah, I definitely think teams would be afraid of that in the last 2 minutes of the game. But for like a whole 48-minute game, I feel like that wouldn't be productive. The last 2 minutes, I agree with Rose. Any thoughts, Juice Man?
It was good on paper. But they got to line up, boy. They got to line up. So I don't know, man. We have to see because I'm surprised that Boston did what they did this year. So I could also be surprised if Nuggets do what they need to do next year. But at the same time, hey, we got the Lakers. You know what I'm saying? We see what they do. Clippers, we can see what they do. Phoenix, it's open. So we got to see how the season goes, and we'll know from there.
So Westbrook is one of the greatest players of all time.
How dare you? How dare you? What?
Recently, ESPN dropped its top 100 athletes of all time.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm only going to say the top 10.
Top 10.
Now, if there's someone outside the top 10 that you want to address, please address. At number 10, Kobe. Number 9, Usain Bolt. Number 8, Tiger Woods. Number 7, Miss Simone Biles. Number 6, Roger Federer. 5 is Tom Brady. 4 is LeBron James. Now we're at the top 3, Lionel Messi.
Who's Lionel Messi?
A soccer player.
Argentina.
Okay.
Serena Williams at number 1, and this is of the 20th century. So
Yeah, but
since
this
2000
century.
to now, Michael Phelps.
Okay.
Yeah,
So my bad, 21st century.
Yes.
So when you act, it's easy to just hear the top 10 and just hear the list go down like the top 15, top 20, whatever. Once you actually start looking at the people's stats and their breakdowns, you're gonna be like, damn, I didn't know such and such had this. Michael Phelps, 23 fucking Olympic gold medals.
Hold on.
23
You know I gotta do it.
fucking gold medals.
You know I gotta do it.
Do it.
You know what it's called, man. I'm a conspiracy theorist, so I gotta do it. Wasn't he doping the fuck up?
It don't matter. He still got 23.
He was doping the fuck up though, bro. So we gotta get rid of Michael Phelps. Michael Phelps can't be on top.
Nah.
First of all, because he's a white dude.
He undeniable, man. Eight and one Olympics,
Gotta
1
get
year,
Gotta get rid
8 of them, and then 2. Serena, she has a lot. She has all the accolades. Being number 2, I don't know. I don't know about number 2.
So we ain't reading the tennis player?
Yeah, number 2.
She got to drop down because
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
the 2 gymnasts need to be 2 and 3.
And then this,
Gym is a whole lot harder than fucking playing tennis. I'm sorry.
and then we got Lionel Messi. Probably, I'm more of a Ronaldo fan, but Lionel Messi's probably the fucking greatest. Top 2. And then like I actually had a debate with myself. I got to go back and look at it again, but LeBron being over Kobe, the stats are crazy, and I'm just like, that's the 2 I'm looking at comparing.
What's the title?
7 was
Most athletic.
Top 5 athletes of the 21st century.
it's just
So any sport.
Yeah.
It was-
So LeBron would be over Kobe in athletics because you got to look at the bill.
I'm like this. I'm looking at the stats. I'm like, it's neck and neck.
It's the bill.
It's neck and
The
neck.
bill. Because Jordan's not even on it, so it's not about how well you play basketball. It's about
He wasn't in the 21st century. He didn't play in the 21st century. That's why he wasn't on there.
Oh, Kobe was on.
You take
Talking
Jordan.
about
Oh, Jordan.
man.
Yeah.
Because we're not gonna count Wizard Jordan.
Yeah.
Like, that was,
Oh, yeah.
That was Michael
or
Jeffrey
baseball
Jordan.
Jordan. I'm just saying. So it's like,
But
I'm just looking at athlete.
Yeah, and it's like Usain Bolt. I mean, he did shit nobody else is doing. What records might be broke next week? I'm saying a lot of shit. They might get broke next week. But overall, I'm like, you start looking at the breakdown, the actual stats, it'll change his perspective. That's all I'm saying.
My main 3 takeaways is this. 1, the easiest one. Serena should be number 1. Like if we're going after athletics,
Who?
Serena should be number 1. If we're going after athletics and accomplishments,
No.
like what Serena did in women's tennis.
She's a fucking tennis nigga. I just said Jim. Jim goes over tennis, nigga.
What
the fuck is tennis?
Is way more athletic than swimming.
No.
So she
No. We talking about gymnastics, nigga.
I mean, if you want to say,
Can she do a push up?
If you want to say Simone
Can she
should
do
be
a
high,
sit-up?
that's cool.
Okay. That's what I'm
You
saying.
know, but I'm saying like I'm only saying between her and Michael Phelps. I ain't worried about nobody else.
Do you know how much it takes to fucking swim?
Swimming's hard.
Bruh, this is another reason too. Can you name other great swimmers? Like tennis is one of the most famous sports around the world. Serena was going up against top-notch competition.
Hold on.
Not to mention, let's not be disrespectful. Y'all do know Venus was a bad motherfucker. She just didn't do it for 20 years like Serena did. But that first like tennis Venus career, like she was going up against her own sister,
So
as well as that white
Who was
bitch
number
from
one?
I guess Russia, Michelle Robopol, whatever.
No.
Like there was a lot of great competition that goes
Who's
against
number 1 on this list again?
Michael Phelps.
Michael Phelps is the swimmer.
Yes.
So who was the dude that did the bicycle? I see.
Oh,
Lance
Lance Armstrong.
My bad.
When you said dope, I thought you were talking about weed. He did
Yeah,
smoke
my
weed.
bad, cuz. Yeah. Hey, this might be all right.
Yeah.
That white boy might be all right. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause I thought he was Lance Armstrong. See, y'all all look the same. See, I don't know.
So that's what I would do with Serena. But number 2, yeah, they need to be a chance to Floyd Mayweather should be in the top 10. Because from an athletic standpoint, it's for him to be at 25. From an athletic standpoint, he's a boxer. He's athletic as anybody in the world.
Pound for
almost.
pound.
Then on top of that, We talking about his career. Yes, he might have boxed in the 90s. That was when he was pretty boy Floyd. But Floyd, Money Mayweather, the Floyd we know, the most popular boxer of the last 30 years, besides Mike Tyson, that nigga did that in the 2000s. He had his biggest fight in the 2000s against Oscar De La Hoya, Manny Pacquiao, and even Canelo. Those were his biggest fights of his career. Happened in the 2000s. And lastly, and it wasn't Michael Bay. I thought it was about motherfucking money. Ain't nobody ahead of him made more money just from his sport. Fucking, now I'm not talking about endorsements like LeBron and Serena. Just from just saying, I'm just doing this sport. Nobody made more money in the 2000s.
So he should be number one. He should be number one.
I can argue. If he would have been number one, I wouldn't have argued it.
Some of these sponsorships, I don't know, man. I don't know.
But the last one, and I ain't gonna spend too much time, unless you're a real baseball fan and you want to argue. There was 5 baseball players ahead of Barry Bonds.
Yeah, but
Be fucking for real.
Where Barry Bonds came in?
Be fucking for real.
Where he came in at?
Yeah, but since we just talking about the top 10, I didn't really have a problem with the top 10. But yeah, Floyd, you can take somebody off for Floyd. I can give you that one. But just looking at the top 10, I was like, okay, I didn't really have a problem with the top 10. But after the top 10, it was crazy. It was crazy.
It's fucked up, dog.
It was crazy.
What did he say? I was fucked up then. I'm fucked up now. That's what they gonna say. That's what they gonna say 20 years from now. The people who made the list is like, it was fucked up then. I'm still fucked up now about it.
Yeah, so I ain't got too much to say about the top 10. I don't know everybody's numbers on the top 10, but the top 10, I think it speaks for itself. But after that, they got some explaining to do.
Lucy?
So let me ask you one quick question since you don't have too much about the top 10, Roseanne. I asked my brother this, and I asked my other brother this, and had different answers. Tim Duncan is like 2 to 4 spots behind Steph Curry. Do you have a problem with that?
No.
2 behind, but Steph. Well,
Steph is ahead of him.
Yeah, because Steph really changed the game of basketball in this century. I mean, in this 21st century. So I don't have a problem with that.
Last one. Peyton Manning's number 26. You watched his whole career. Mm-hmm. Do you think there was 25 athletes of the 21st century better than him?
Athletes?
Yeah, just like regardless of sport.
Yeah.
Athletes, yeah, because he wasn't athletic, but we're not talking about just athletic. I think we're talking about achievements and all that other stuff.
What they did in their sport compared to the competition.
Nah, because I feel like as him being the quarterback and him doing and being pretty much I consider him pretty much the best quarterback that ever played. He just didn't finish it. He wasn't a finisher, but he was he changed the game. People don't even play like him. He was the only one that did what he did. So I don't think some of those people should be above him. But
so let me pose this question for the table, because Rose, you hinted at, my brother basically explained to me properly. He looked at athlete as you could switch sports.
That's right.
So when he looked at this list, there was a name he saw, Mr. Randy Moss, who was all-state in basketball in high school, for people who don't know. And for we know he did an NFL field. Mm. Randy Moss, I think, was like 25.
Okay.
Do anybody got a problem with that at this table?
I ain't seen the list.
Overall, no. I think there's a couple spots you could switch out and plug.
So you're okay with Lewis Hamilton being over Randy Moss?
Who's Lewis Hamilton?
The NASCAR driver.
The NASCAR driver.
Achievement-wise, he's probably the damn near 1 or 2. He's fucking. I'm a racing fan, so I've seen him race. I'm an F1 fan. Hamilton is.
He's F1 or he's NASCAR?
F1. If he did NASCAR, he would have fucked them white boys up. Hamilton, his achievements. Look at the stats. That's why I said go back
in F1
for fucking 15 plus years.
Really?
Go back and do the stats. Look at the breakdown. Look at the actual.
Because I ain't heard of him.
At least the top 10. Do the stat breakdown. Look at him. Hamilton, he's a fucking monster. He's a fucking monster.
Hey, man, I just wanted to be curious, man. So, we've been going back and forth with our sports takes. Well, Skip Bayless, who made First Take popular along with Stephen A. Smith, it's being reported that he will be out at FS1 So he will no longer be working for Fox Sports, as well as he will be doing Undisputed, the show that he basically helped create and make popular. It sounds like, from everything that I read, it's over for Skip Bayless in terms of working for large media publications and talking about sports. Maybe he might do his podcast or some stuff privately. Seeds, do you have any thoughts on Skip Bayless basically being done with sports,
like the
media?
The real end of the era was when Stephen A. left. Then Shannon came in and it was like, okay, resurge for a little while. And then now Shannon left. That era's over. That old media era, sports media, is over. Plus, he's 73. It's like Skip. You can retire and do whatever you want. If you wanted to do a podcast, radio show, shit, be a guest on Stephen A.'s fucking podcast sometimes.
You don't know if he retired. You don't know that nigga's lifestyle.
So it's like, at this point, like, you've solidified yourself. Like, you can say you can say he's an asshole. He doesn't know what he's talking about. But Skip, like, your name is synonymous. Like, you've done so many achievements. You've done your thing, man. If you want to quit, fuck it. He doesn't need to go to ESPN or whatever. Fuck it.
Yeah, man. I mean, I would say he's probably not going to retire, because if you ever listen to Skip's podcast, and he's very open and honest about, like, a lot of his life, it's all he ever wanted to do was talk about sports. Like, he don't look at talking about sports as a job. Like, so for hip hop, like I said, even if he don't work for a big publication, he'll probably talk on his podcast every week about what's going on in the NFL. I would say that Skip did change sports media, because let's just keep it 100. These niggas was not getting huge contracts. We did not have every athlete trying to audition for ESPN on Fox Sports. Like, yeah, you had some of the legends, like someone like Charles Barkley or someone like Kenny Smith. Like, you had some few people here and there saying, yeah, I'm going to try to do sports media.
They had to be Hall of Famers.
It wasn't like it is now, where you have athletes in the offseason basically trying to take internship jobs. Like, Skip Bayless, he made First Take, like, booming with his big takes. You know, like, I'll be honest. When you go on TikTok and you watch these sports people talk about sports, they might hate on Skip Bayless, but they only exist because of that nigga. Because Skip Bayless was really one of the first people to say something outrageous. Like, something in sports that everybody was like, what the fuck did you just say? And that shit buzzed for like 3 days.
It's like if it's like two iconic white dudes that just say like sports, it's probably Skip and Mad Dog. Those are my two, like, they outrageous. Their takes sometimes is just like, what the fuck are you talking about?
You know, so, hey man, if it is over for Skip, man, I ain't gonna lie. I've enjoyed him at First Take. I've enjoyed Undisputed. Hey, I remember when Tebow Mania was going on. That shit was so funny to watch every fucking day on First Take with him and Stephen A. Smith, because he completely believed Stephen Tebow was gonna be the truth.
Great White Hope.
All his takes on LeBron, nigga, that shit was always fucking hilarious, man. And I ain't gonna lie, man, Skip, it may be disrespectful for some niggas, but he always found a way to call these niggas, these athletes, like little nicknames that was like, what the fuck? Like, he was the first thing to say Russell Westbrook. And then that shit caught on, man. So I know Westbrook don't like that shit, but stop putting up bricks, though.
Yeah, man. Skip Bayless. Shout out to Skip Bayless, because, man, he was the pioneer of people that don't know one thing about playing the sport, but can talk about it. Shout out to him, his senior year, averaging 1.4 points a game his senior year. But he could talk about all these people playing basketball. Didn't coach, didn't do nothing. But he's the pioneer of all that. So anybody could just come off their couch and talk basketball, football, and all this kind of stuff and get paid. So he's the godfather of that. So what we call couch potatoes, he's the godfather of couch potatoes. You just come off the couch and you be a Monday morning quarterback. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to him.
And I want everybody to know, Jalen Rose did not pay Rose to say that.
Shout out to Jalen.
Shout out to Jalen, my boy.
So now we come to the part of the episode where things get a little explosive.
TNT.
Boom!
Dynamite. So talking about sports takes. You can make a sports take and say Terrell Davis is the top 10 running back of all time if you look at his short span. And he was so great at running the ball and such a humble person, it's sad that I even got to tell you what happened to him. So he was flying on the plane with him and his family. Now, during the course of the flight, he said that his son wanted, I think, some water or some juice or soda. And the flight attendant didn't hear. The flight attendant had already been short with him and his family and seemed like they had attitude. He tapped the flight attendant. The flight attendant tried to make it seem like he was assaulted. The rest of the flight went off at a hitch. Next thing you know, when the flight is over, everybody's being told to stay in their seats. Terrell Davis said next thing he knew, he was in handcuffs being arrested. His wife was panicking, and he went on the Good Morning Show talking about the incident, saying how it affected him and his family. And the airline came out and said, we acknowledge that we was in the wrong. We are reviewing everything by the flight attendant. C's, tears or no tears?
It's tears because it's 2024, man. Even somebody else, like the guy sitting in front of him, behind him, said, like, I did not see you attack him. I don't know what the fuck he was talking about. And it's crazy. It's not the fact that they just had the sheriff. They had fucking FBI come out on the plane with the sheriff, because it was a flight from Vegas to somewhere in California. So one of the smallest cities in California, and hour flight
or less, 30 minutes.
And it's like, bro, like you're already an asshole to my kids. It's like, hey, bro, can I get some water, some ice? Like this flight attendant already had it out for them from the jump, and it's crazy because they came on Good Morning America twice. First time themselves, the second time with the lawyers. He gonna sue the shit out y'all. I'm just gonna say, United Airlines, you fucked up. And the flight attendant, you should probably be suspended without.
Yeah, I ain't got no tears. You know what I'm saying? He done caused more harm to other people, broke enough ankles. So when he tapped that dude, it probably did hurt. Like Bertuzzi said, football players is one of the hardest job and masculine jobs, and you know what I'm saying? You got to be strong and buff. So he probably tapped that dude and probably left a bruise. He probably got CTE. He probably don't know how hard he touched that dude. You know what I'm saying? But the dude shouldn't have treated. If it was a problem, he should have addressed it right then. You know what I'm saying? That's the part I got an issue with. Like, you should have addressed it right then. Everybody should have known. Like, I was assaulted. Somebody called the police. You know what I'm saying? The air marshal. Where's Snoop Dogg at when things like this go on? Sky high.
Hey man, that's what I really had an issue with is don't let me go through my whole flight thinking everything cool. Now we 2, 3, 4 hours later, I'm getting ready to get off my family, and I got the police put me in handcuffs. Like, man, what the fuck just happened? How the fuck we get here? This is the BET movie. I'm in handcuffs. I'm looking at the camera. You probably wonder how I got here. Like, yeah, man, I feel bad for Terrell Davis. And I say this, man, as somebody that keeps up with like NFL players in terms of like watching all this stuff, and man, he's one of the few motherfuckers you don't hear shit about. Like, you don't hear Terrell Davis wilding.
Humble dude.
You don't hear him like, hey, Lawrence Taylor, shout out to Lawrence Taylor. He just got arrested today for soliciting sex from a prostitute.
Being himself.
And having coke in the room.
Not again.
You already know.
You don't be saying this shit with Terrell Davis. This man seemed like he just go to church with his family, fuck his black wife, and raise his black kids. And that's
the problem. He don't got a white wife with the white kids.
So yeah, I got tears for the situation. What's your thoughts, Juice Man?
Next subject.
All right, man. So,
Queensbridge.
So what he should have said is, man, I'm not your
Harlem World.
You're not no big homie. So for those who know, Mace Cameron and Jay Prince got a small little beef going on. It all started after Shakur Stevenson, and he's basically one of the top fighters in boxing right now, had a fight. It was deemed boring. Mason Cameron said it was boring on their podcast. Then Shakur Stevens said, I'm gonna bring out the strap on y'all. And Cameron said, nigga, what the fuck wrong with you, little nigga? You confusing this boxing shit and this street shit. These two different things. Don't talk about the strap. We the wrong niggas talk about the strap. So then that's when Jay Prince came out and basically said, hey man, I handle all the stuff outside the ring for this nigga. So y'all need to watch yourselves. And he called Mace and Cameron out by name. And that's when Mace gave the promo of the year. I swear, if this man called Mace and said, hey, give me a 5-minute promo. And Mace said, hey, we not little niggas.
We not your little ninjas.
I don't respect big homies.
Yeah. There's no more big homies.
And he tapped it off by saying, if you 60 years old and you still trying to be a street nigga,
you failed. You failed.
See,
man,
tears no tears.
I got tears of laughter, man. It's some funny shit. Cause it's like it's like how you're a boxer, nigga. How are you talking about niggas on a podcast? And I ain't gonna lie, man, Cam and Mace some funny niggas, man. You know, hey, they always say Cam Ace, when he played Ace, he played Ace, right? Paid in Full?
Yeah, that was Ace.
They said
no, that was not Ace.
He played the other dude, but his character
Rico, he played Stick.
Rico, that was not an act. That was really Cameron. That was like some Harlem World shit. But you got two New York niggas that's old school. They not gonna respect this. Like Jay Prince, you might be that dude in Houston. You've done a whole lot of shit with rap a lot, but bruh, hold up. If it's boring, it is what it is. That's it. If the fight was boring, it is what the fuck it was. This some shit. Just like we still harping off the whole takeoff situation and all this other boogeyman shit. It's some funny shit. I ain't gonna lie. That is what it is, man. Fuck it.
Yeah, I ain't got no tears. It was funny though, because Mace he said that. He said if you 60-year-olds and still trying to be a street dude, you failed. That was hilarious. But shout out to the dude, the comedian or podcaster or skit dude, Lou Young, when he played both of them.
Yeah, that was good.
That was funny.
I didn't see that. Y'all seen it though? Yeah,
He did a good one. But shout out to him. But it was funny though. But what was all this energy, Kendrick Lamar, and when Kendrick Lamar dissed your boy Drake? You know what I'm saying? You ain't say nothing to him. You know what I'm saying? Jay Prince, like, you supposed to stick to rap. You know what I'm saying? They're a podcaster. You know what I'm saying? Shakur, even Tank said that you box scared and boring. You don't play defense. You just run.
That nigga good.
Not that Tank. You know what I'm saying? One of the best boxers right now, Tank Davis. He said that because they was asking why don't you fight him? He's like, what am I fight him for? He don't play no. He ain't no match for me. You know what I'm saying? But Jay Prince, man, leave stuff alone, man. You stay in Houston, leave other stuff alone. You know what I'm saying? Continue to do your stuff there. You know what I'm saying? Y'all just had a hurricane there. Go build some bridges or something. You know what I'm saying? Go fix some homes.
Get some generators running, man.
Yeah, buy some generators for some poor people or something. You know what I'm saying? Get your name out there other than always, I'm going to stick up for this guy. Or I got to do this. All right? Man, do something that we can recognize you for other than the bullcrap that we always hear your name about.
Being the boogeyman.
Yeah.
Hey, man, so first thing, man, I had no problem with Mason Cameron's original comments because, boxing, just like any sport, you got basketball fans that don't mind watching a game that's 80-79. You got football fans that don't mind watching the game that's 13-10. And combat sports is one of those sports. Like, there's some fighters that are not fun to watch. They win. Shakur Stevenson, the job is to win. It does not matter if it's boring. Everybody can't be Floyd. Everybody can't be born, but still make $100 million a fight. He's just a different nigga. So that's what Floyd did his whole career. He didn't say, I'm going to try to be exciting, because there are boxers, just real quick, they will be up on the scorecard big and be like, this nigga Drewsy right now, I'm going to try to knock him out. And guess what happened? 11th round, you done got knocked out. So, hey, Shakur Stevens, you undefeated, do your thing, but you ain't no street nigga. You came with the wrong niggas. I loved what Mace said, man. Hey, man, we not love niggas, bro. So don't be talking to us like we love niggas, man. It's a lot of motherfuckers in the real world need to hear that shit. Hey, you might have been the big homie one day. You not the big homie no more. Stop trying to talk to the niggas that you think is little niggas. They don't want to hear that shit, bro.
Yeah, like we always say, like Oh, what I used to do this back in the day. What you doing now, pussy hoe? What Pliers say? What you doing now, pussy hoe?
Hey, so Juice Man, I consider you my big homie. What's your thoughts on this?
Making millions. It's gonna be a long time to catch up. But anyways, man, that shit was funny. Tears of laughter, I guess. It's just I don't get it because it, like I say, Jay Prince is Houston. He's Texas. That's Texas. And then when it comes to Mason, who's the other dude? Cameron. I heard it, but it's like I gotta do more research on it because Jay Prince got an island. And Mace was like, I made $5 million this year. And I'm like, I feel him on that $5 million, but I'm like, Jay Prince has an island.
He wasn't talking to Jay Prince about money. He was talking to Shakur about money because Shakur said, "I make more money than you. Y'all just podcast."
I wasn't getting it because I was like Jay Prince.
That's who was talking about money, Shakur.
Because I was like Jay Prince. He ain't Diddy or Jay-Z, but that he that nigga. So that's why I wasn't trying. I listened to it. I was like, what the fuck, $5 million? I'm like, what the fuck? Last I heard, you and Cameron went broke at one time. Y'all was bankrupt at one time. I never heard that shit about Jay Prince. So like a lot of shit I was hearing, it was like it was funny, it was entertaining, but I don't know all the info and I don't know a lot what's going on. But yeah, that shit was funny. But that was going on now. Like I'm going through that now with the youngins, and it's kind of like when you was coming up. And you looked at your mom's or your father, and you was like, you don't know what you're talking about. You know what I'm saying? Like teenagers, when they coming up, and it's like, because I'm going through some stuff with my kids, and it's like, they look at you like, you don't know what you're talking about. And it's like, I lived it, I've been through it, and I did it. You know what I'm saying? But yet, they teenagers, they don't want to do the same thing their parents did. You see what I'm saying? They don't want to.
They're not little niggas, man. So
no.
Big niggas.
No. What I'm saying is like
different when you're a parent. Yeah.
No. What I'm saying is like they lived it, they did it, so they giving you advice on what to do right. But at the same time, you thinking to them like, I know better. I know what the fuck going on. But it's like, you know what I'm saying?
I mean, but the thing is, it's the streets.
They'd be like, shut up, black.
It's different, but I don't think it was more like that, but I see what you're saying.
Yeah, like the generation now is coming up. It's like, can you blame the generation now? It's like the children don't want to listen. Like we say, grandparents are now 35, you're a grandparent. You know what I'm saying? It's like kids raising kids. It's like,
yeah.
Hey man, talking about people that don't want to listen though, man, because that's true. This new generation don't want to listen. So for those who know that Tan the Guy, a female rapper who was in...
We don't know that, huh?
Protective custody.
I really don't.
Yeah, she's from Oakland. She was in protective custody for killing her boyfriend because her boyfriend used to beat on her. She decided to leave protective custody.
That wasn't in Georgia? That wasn't in Augusta?
No, that was in Oakland.
You sure that wasn't in Augusta a month ago?
No, that was Oakland. So she decided to leave protective custody.
Yeah. You sure the same thing ain't happened in Augusta a month ago? You sure? 3 weeks ago, the same shit ain't happened.
Probably
something similar made it happen.
Okay.
But she left protective custody. And she was at the meet and greet for a beauty salon in Oakland. Mm-hmm. And literally she got killed. Okay. After she had recently posted videos dissing her ex, who she allegedly had killed.
You know what I say about that? Say less.
Nobody has tears for that shit. Because it's like, she didn't post it. It's a video that
podcast, yeah.
It resurfaced after she died. So it's like, she died and it resurfaced. It's like, oh shit.
I think it was off the porch.
Yeah. And like she's literally sitting on a stump with like tombstone with her ex's name. I'm like, oh.
Yeah, she brought the tombstone to the interview. Because she did an interview off the porch, yeah.
Man, I ain't got no tears then, man. Hey man.
And she was pretty much trolling him in the interview, and then everybody said, "Oh, you get what you sow. You sow what you get."
Come on, bitch, man. You sow bad shit in the world. I hate to say it, shit come back to you, man. And a lot of times, man, I'm gonna say it, come back 10 times stronger.
Yeah, because I ain't got no tears either. Because I didn't know she was the one that killed him. I thought she just set him up or something, or did something to get him killed or something. So I didn't know that she was the one that actually did it, and then went out. That makes it even worse. Like,
should have stayed in Witsec. Shit.
Yeah.
So moving from a dead female rapper to one of the GOATs in terms of female rapping period. So Missy Elliott's, her song "The Rain" recently got transmitted into space. From my understanding, it reached as far as Venus, and she made a whole post about how great it was that it went to Venus and what Venus means and all this other stuff. Yeah, man. I mean, I got tears of joy that we got a rap song in space, man. But I'm gonna keep it real, man. The two songs that I was thinking about, like, man, if we were gonna have a rap song be the first rap song in history to go to space, it should have been either A.T. Aliens Vowcast, or and I can take my hat off to Rose for putting me on this song, Space Age Pimpin' by 8Ball and MJ. Gee. That way they would be like, yo, man, them niggas on Earth doing it big. You hear this song, nigga? Yeah. Bro, this how they living every motherfucking day. Yeah, this how they living. This how we living every motherfucking day on the third planet from the motherfucking sun, Earth.
Yeah, I ain't got no tears because it's like they transmitted the song to space. Okay, so did they get feedback of what the aliens said, how they liked it?
I mean, they so far away, man. They light years away, man.
Yeah, I need the feedback to see if they liked it or not. You know what I'm saying? That's what I want to know. Did y'all like it, AT Aliens? Did y'all like the feedback? Are y'all making it rain in Venus? Or are y'all dancing on penises up there? You know what I'm saying? Let me know.
Yeah, I mean, it's good to see. I mean, you know, NASA got the type of technology where you can beam, you know, a song signal out there. But let's be honest, it's probably at the time when they made these songs, where you think they was at? Whether it was Rain, Space Age Pimpin', or AT Aliens, it probably was already out there when they made these damn songs.
Yeah, so but they can send that to the space, but we can't go to the moon. We ain't been to the moon yet again, except for that fake picture they posted.
The Honorable Elijah Muhammad said,
"Woo, man, y'all trying to get us in trouble, man." What's your thoughts, Juice, man?
Yeah, that shit is what it is. I remember when I was overseas, nigga, we were playing Lady Gaga all fucking day. So
you was just happy to get whatever the U.S. sent you.
Man, it is what it is. Nah, it was like it was a movie, The Martian, and the dude got stuck on Mars, and the only song he had was the y'all seen The Martian?
Yeah.
Yeah. So basically, with The Martian, I was like that in Afghanistan with Lady Gaga. Like, I was listening to the whole shit. I'm like, nigga, this all we got? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like going crazy. Because I'm listening to Lady Gaga, like, every fucking day. And it is what it is, man. You know, shouts out to Missy Elliott. Yeah, she's a GOAT. Because I was trying to figure out, like, who is this nigga about to say? I thought this nigga about to say Sexy Red.
Man, this nigga Juice Man came back from the States on karaoke night. They asked him to do a song. This nigga was doing poker face
all day, every day.
But just think about the song Rain though. Them aliens, you know them aliens dance to the shit. You know they doing the moves. They doing the whole.
They're like, what's Rain? Like you know what I'm saying? Yeah, this shit wild. Like Missy Elliott shit.
They gonna come to Earth thinking Rain's a dance. That's what they gonna think.
AKA Miss Kool-Aid, I fucks with you.
Hey man, so you know Missy Elliott, she was very unique in her style, man. You know, dressing baggy clothes, and now she's very feminine. So Gavin Newsom, you know, for those who don't know him, the governor of California recently signed into effect a law in California saying that teachers, counselors, people that work at schools do not have to disclose if a child comes up to them and says, hey, I know I'm a boy, but I feel like a girl, or their sexual orientation to the parents. I got tears, man. This is crazy, man.
How? Hippo.
Because I feel like as a parent, and I don't have kids, so I'm only going to say how I think I would feel in the situation. I want to know what the fuck going on with my child. And if you a teacher, a counselor, a janitor, a cafeteria leader, and you know that my child got this going on, then I want to know because
what going on?
Like if I got a boy that think he's a girl,
they can change their pronouns at school.
Yeah, or if I got a girl,
don't have to tell,
and they don't have to change.
Or if I got a daughter who says she likes girls, I want to know that as a parent because I might have a certain way that I want to deal with that. Now, whether you agree with that way that I want to parent or not, I feel like that's not your right to decide how I parent. But not all parents are going to be like, I don't give a fuck. Some parents might be like, hey, man, I want to sit down and have a conversation with my child about this to give them my perspective on it. So I got kids, and I think parents should know what's going on with their children. That's what friends are for. That's why you go to your friends and tell your friends, hey, man, I think I might want to suck a dick tonight. Don't tell your teacher that shit. Because your teacher tell you that shit, your teacher supposed to tell me, your son told me he want to suck a dick on Thursday night.
Yeah, man.
What's the age on that shit?
I got tears. It's no age, so the kid can go and say, I'm not a boy anymore. I'm a girl, and I want to be known as a girl. So now the school's gonna start changing his pronoun, like calling her and this and she and miss to this kid, and not even telling the parents or getting permission from the parents to do this. And it's wild, and it's crazy because the Newsom is a Democratic governor, and in California it's been a blue state, and it's like, so I don't know what the point of him doing this is, or I don't know, but it's just kind of crazy to me because parents and teachers and counselors and all that stuff, they're supposed to be working together as a team to make sure that the children and the students are doing what they're supposed to do at home, and that being protected at home and learning at school. You know what I'm saying? And the reason why the main thing that they said why they did it is because they feel like when kids saying this, they're getting abused at home or something. That was their main thing or mind frame of being able to pass it in California. But I just think it's kind of crazy, but I think they should be working it together as a team and trying to figure out the best way to handle the situation. And if they need some counseling, they need to do some family counseling, do all kind of other stuff, but not telling the parents what's going on at school. Man, that's a highway to HELL hockey station, because it's gonna be a long road for them people. You know what I'm saying? That's how I feel about it.
Yeah, man. Anytime you have the state coming in and telling parents how to raise their kids, that's one of those touchy subjects, man. And it's crazy to see. It's like, okay, you understand your kid might want to explore certain things or do certain things, or this is a protected space and this and that. But it's like it's a parent's, not even just a right, it's a parent's duty to know what's going on with their kids. So it's like, you come with this, you're going to have a little 7-year-old, little Lyndon now wants to be called Lucy. Stacy wants to be called Stacy the dude, Stacy the dude now. So it's kind of crazy to see. It's like, it's a bad move, man. It's a bad look.
Okay, so we got to go to what's going on. First of all, what's going on with parents. I guess parents don't understand that once they send their children off to school, public school, they are no longer the parent, and they got to get permission from the school now. A lot of people don't know that. Like once you send your child off to public school, you are no longer in charge of your child. So that being said, I know it sounds nice. It's kind of like child support. It sounds nice, but the school owns your child once your child is in the school, and a lot of people don't know that. So with that being said, the child lives with the parent, so they know what the parent can and can't take, I think, sometimes. So if the child feel like he or she can't talk to the parent, they need somebody to talk to. So it's okay. You know what I'm saying? You gotta find somebody to talk to. You gotta release. And it's just, man, it's with that. I think of HIPAA. You know, I go back to HIPAA. It's just like a federal law. So like when you go to the doctor can't tell your moms or your wife without permission. It gotta be signed what you can and can't tell your peoples. So it is what it is, and it's fucked up, but it is what it is. And like people got to research more and realize that hey, if you chose that path for your child, it is what it is. That's their sanctuary. So the guardian, you know what I'm saying? It's tough. It is what it is, and like the school system failed my child, but hey, life goes on. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah, man. The system sound like a bunch of hoes, man. Just doing what the fuck they want to do without regard for other people.
And then we always ask.
That's life. You don't have no kids.
So, some people want to know what's wrong with the system. I want to know what's wrong with these hoes.
What's wrong with these hoes?
Wrong with them?
Preach, brother. What's going on?
So, this week, for those who know Ryan Davis, comedian as well as social media influencer.
You got toppled by Dave Chappelle or was it Kevin Hart? Who knocked this nigga off the pedestal? Because he a white dude, right? He's a
white dude. He a black dude.
Ryan Davis.
He part of that new generation we talked about last week in Juice Man using social media to become popular through comedy.
Okay.
So he basically was on a podcast saying, man, my woman, man, I gotta be able to go out with my woman and have fun. If I can't have fun with my woman,
which one is Roger Davis? Because I gotta think of a picture.
Ryan Davis, kind of fat, chubby dude, dark skin. He said, if I can't have fun with my woman, then I'm gonna cheat. He said, man, one thing about these hoes is fun. And he elaborated on that. Yeah, I thought that was hilarious, man. And what my thoughts on that is this: a lot of women need to understand. You got to be able to have fun with your man. Like your man got to be able to chill, with you and enjoy his time with you. Whether it's watching movies, whether it's doing stuff in the house, whether it's drinking, whether it's going out on the town, whatever, or just playing the game with him or watching him play the game. Most men, now I say 99% of men want to be able to have a good time with their woman. Like they actually want their woman to partake in like the fun they're gonna have. And when you can have that, it makes it easier because 9 out of 10, it's gonna make it harder for hoes to fuck your man. Because I'm gonna be real, a lot of times, a lot of niggas be like, man, my wife don't do this, she don't listen to this kind of music, she don't like going to these type of places, but I like going to these places, I like listening to music, I like doing this. So, hey, you in a situation where you run into bitches that like the same shit you like doing the same shit you like, and like the same places you like, and that's how you fuck other hoes sometimes. And that's why a lot of times, ladies, man, why niggas like hoes. Cause like, hey, if it's Saturday night, it's like, hey man, I want to chill and I want to listen to some kind of music and drink and play some cards. And let me keep it real with you. Most hoes will be like, yeah, that sounds fun, let's go. They gonna come over, they gonna drink that liquor for free, they'll play cards or they'll sit in that nigga lap as he play cards with other motherfuckers, and they'll listen to that same music he like. So, hey man, women, y'all gotta step up because these hoes, they fun.
Yeah, hoes are fun. You know what they say hoes like to do? They like to drink and F and dance and F. That's all they like to do.
Hoes wanna fuck, bro.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like we like good girls, but we love bad bees. We'll say Future said that, but yeah, hoes are fun. Yeah, but good girls are fun too. You know what I'm saying? But I understand what he was saying. It was funny to me. I don't know if he meant to be funny or what when he was saying it, but it was funny. But basically, what he was saying, he was like, he wants to be able to take his girl everywhere he goes, and he wants her to be able to hang with him at all times. And sometimes, because even though the places sometimes he goes, there's hoes there, but he wants his girl to be able to be there with him. Basically, he was saying, it's like And when the girls say I don't want to be there, and then the dude goes to places where he wants to go, and there's hoes around and they're being fun, it's a possibility that a slip up might happen. And he was just spitting his truth. You know what I'm saying? I ain't had no problem with it, but it was funny to me. But yeah, as being a partner, you know what I'm saying. You want your partner with you all the time. You know what I'm saying. Your ride or die, your partner in crime. So there's nothing wrong with that. But like every relationship, you know what I'm saying. People got to make sacrifices. You know what I'm saying. Some people might not like this. I mean, your partner might not like the stuff that you like to do, and you might not like the stuff that your partner like to do. But y'all have more stuff that y'all like to do together, or y'all like each other enough to overcome all of that. But y'all go have to make sacrifices and do what other things that the other partner doesn't want to do, and make it work together because y'all supposed to be a team. So yeah, just team up, make it work. You know what I'm saying? Don't let these hoes win, man. 'Cause I remember we had the podcast. You said the jailhouse dudes was winning, and they said the hoes is winning. But in reality, if you're in jail, there's no way that you're winning. And if you're a hoe or a whore, there's no way that you're winning. You know what I'm saying? You might be winning for now, but you're a loser in the long way. You know what I'm saying? But man, step up, do your things. You know what I'm saying, and listen to your partner.
Yeah, I actually got a whole different take on the whole situation because it's like hoes are fun because they ain't got nothing else to worry about. When you live in a fast life for the whole life, you ain't got to pay for nothing. Somebody else, they having fun on some nigga's dime, on a man's dime. You can hang with them, you can be with them, but guess what? You got to pay for it. They're gonna drink your liquor, spend your money. So it's like they might be fun for a little while, but I guarantee you don't want to take them home. So it's like, who wants to take a hoe? Who wants to have a hoe at the house? Maybe for a little while, maybe to have some fun. But besides that, I mean, it's like, they're cool to hang out with for a little while, but then you got hoes that want to get out the whole life. They want to be housewives now. So it's like that battle, you might have fun for a little while. But hey, it's the object of the game. It's like, hey, whole life is fun, but it ain't the actual life. And it's like, hey, eventually you got to retire from the whole life. So it is what it is.
Juice man.
Okay, what did Bubba say again?
Hoes is fun.
He ain't lie. Okay. Say less. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. This shit. Oh, shoot. Man.
Fun and games, right?
Fun and games, man.
I think the biggest takeaway I took was from Rose, man, saying like, most men, you want to be able to do stuff for your woman, but stuff requires sacrifice. So you might not like wrestling, but if your man like wrestling, hey man, go to that wrestling event with him. And if your woman likes to go to the fields and do pumpkin patch pickers and dress pumpkins and shit, I'm just saying, I recently watched Dino Sanders do that with his little bitch. Hey man, then do that right there. Keep your woman happy, man. Because you don't want to have to shoot the messenger. And speaking of shots being fired, we move to the last topic of the night. Donald J. Trump, DJT, as a lot of these DJ rappers are calling
45, 45th?
Mini Man.
He got shot at, during a speech last week. He got clipped in the ear. And after he got clipped in the ear, he ran to the podium and put a fist in the air. And from what most people are saying, that was a fist for America. They've done the Republican National Convention this week. It's like 3 days of that. The first night he came out to many men. Hulk Hogan came and spoke on his behalf. People were making memes from that song, Many Men, about Donald Trump the whole time. There's been conspiracy theories put out about it. Even Dr. Umar Johnson said he can't believe that Trump, did not set this up because he was like, bruh, this is like Trump is the most popular that he's at right now. C's, man, what's your thoughts on just anything related to this whole situation. And I know there's so many rabbit holes you can go.
This is one of those situations where it's like, if he was already in the stratosphere, now this nigga on outer space. He is like, wherever there's a satellite out there somewhere, that's where he's sitting at. His popularity, and it's just like the memes, if anybody was a hardcore Trump supporter or fan, is just like, oh shit, they done gave this motherfucker ammo. Here we go. This next 6-7 months and election coming up. Oh shit. It's when the shit happened, it was like now everything happens so fast. Everybody's so quick to make a meme and a joke. I'm just like, damn, this shit really happened. And then it's just the whole aspects of everything. It's like knowing how the CIA works, knowing how the government is, knowing how perimeter checks are, knowing how cops and everything works. This shit don't make sense. It doesn't make sense. And then it's like the fact that he's the guy that shot at him was a registered Republican. It's like, okay. People wanted to jump on and say, oh, it's probably a libertard or a liberal that shot at him. So there's so many different directions you can go. Politics is such a game, and it's getting worse with deep fakes and all this other shit. And just stories. It's like all the other assassinations, whether it was Lincoln, JFK, when they tried to take out Reagan that first time in 81. So it's just like, it's just such a joke just looking at the Secret Service, because it's like any movie, you can just watch any movie where they have a president. They immediately jump on him, cover him up. Your dumbass is not supposed to put a fist up. You're supposed to be like, oh, I didn't get hit. And it's like the car's supposed to fuck the field. They're supposed to run people over, pull up the fucking motorcade, open up the door, shove that mother. They don't push. They don't say, oh, we need to get you out of here. They're like, no, motherfucker. Get your ass. The package is secure. Package is secure. Get your ass in the car. We're speeding the fuck off. Hours later, we're supposed to have a report. Former President Trump is safe. He got clipped. You're not supposed to stand on stage and put a fist in the air. So it's like, I had people say it was a fucking ketchup packet on his fucking ear. And then you saw him come with this fucking big ass tissue. I've seen people get ears blown off, and I've seen how they cover it up. That ain't no fucking regular fucking patch. Like that suture, that whole patch on his fucking ear, it's all a ruse. I'll say this. I'm saying fuck the left, fuck the right, fuck the Democrats, fuck the Republicans. America, this shit has been a joke for so long from the beginning. It's been a joke. Wherever you lean, take a big scope view of our shit, the two-party system, and look at it. Why not fucking fake it? Why not?
I feel like fake it.
And it's so many areas we can go with JD Vance.
Nigga, Buddy had a rifle and he missed. He hit you and missed.
Did he really get hit, or was it glass that cut his ear? Because I could be hearing that he got hit, but then it was glass that cut his ear.
Apparently, it was supposed to be a bullet that grazed his ear.
So final, because ABC said it was a glass. So it was
how good you gotta be
to miss.
To just clip the ear.
It didn't
blow his fucking head off.
It didn't look windy.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like,
even a small caliber, like there's 12-year-olds that shoot little BBs that would have took his head off.
So I haven't. I seen the first night and then the day after. So the final thoughts was it was a bullet that hit him.
Apparently, that's what the story is. Is bullet grazed his ear.
Because that's what I first heard, and I heard it was the glass, and I'm like,
what? You hit that nigga in the fucking chest? Like, I don't like that shit.
I mean, and that's like snipers. Most snipers, you typically don't go for a headshot. A headshot's like that's like
101, 1,001.
A chance. You're taking a chance. Like he's moving. Oh, only part I can see, head, boom. You're usually gonna go for center of mass. You know, your chest, your body, stomach, even the lower abdomen, but. Usually it's gonna be the chest, and it's like,
and that shit would have killed him because of his age.
If they wanted that man dead,
he'd be dead.
That's
what I'm saying.
This shit don't make sense.
And also another question I had that I was gonna ask you, C's. Like I know he's was president before, so he had Secret Service with him. So
For life.
Yeah, for life. But for like during during the elections for other like people that wasn't the president, does the Secret Service follow them around to like debates and I mean not debates but like things like what Trump was doing?
If you're not a government official, you're not gonna have Secret Service. You're either gonna be currently in office, like presidents is standard. Like your family, like Obama's daughters.
Yeah, I know I'm talking about because they was the president, but
Bill
I know
Clinton and all them.
But like if it was just another person, just another person that wasn't the president, would the Secret Service be there for?
You might have certain senators, like senators and judges. You might have Secret Service.
No, I'm talking about if you're running for the president.
No. If you're not in office already, you're gonna have your own security. There's like it's already taken care of. Like I promise you, anybody that's on a ballot ticket now running, somebody's
paying for their security.
On payroll, like paying for your security.
But it's not gonna be Secret Service.
It's not gonna be Secret Service. You're not a president or a government current.
That
government.
shit was slow because the nigga got hit and looked like what the fuck.
And then it's like, why was everybody around them so calm?
Yeah, it's like, huh? What's going on?
Like usually it's like people are screaming and running. I guarantee you, if it was black folks, you remember the little white boy on Cosby Show? They used to run in the house and you always used to take off.
Mm.
Like, if it was black folks, everybody like, ah!
Yeah, no white folks ain't fucking move.
But somebody got killed though.
And that's the thing. It's like somebody got killed, and it's like this man died for this stupidity.
So do you think he joined Illuminati and sacrificed himself for his family?
Probably. Trump was already in.
I believe that better than they missed this.
Here's another thing to consider though. Trump was on Epstein's list. So anybody who says that Trump is not in that cabal, Trump was on Epstein's list. There's pictures of him.
I thought he was Epstein's boy.
That's what I'm saying. He has pictures with
That was
Epstein.
his partner.
And it's like you talk about Obama and Biden and Bill Clinton and Hillary Clinton were on Epstein's list, and there's this whole like trope of like the Republican Party is like trying to take America back and all this other shit. It sounds so like it's so fucking crazy. Like, are we living in Simpsons and the South Park universe? Like, it's so many different directions we can go, but it just like this shit is a joke. Ever since 2019, this shit, it was already a joke. It's even more of a joke. Now we're just whoever's writing the script, boy, you making some good ass TV.
Yeah, it's been. I know when Vertiz texted me that, and I was cutting grass, and I'm like, huh, what? And I'm like, I asked him, I said, so did they almost hit him? And he I think he sent me a thumbs up or something. And I'm like, okay.
That's exactly what Trump did. Trump did a thumbs up and a fist.
And I'm like, okay. So then when I seen it later on the news, and I'm like, oh, they actually hit him. I'm like, how you come that close and not?
This nigga turned around and was looking at the shooter like, what the fuck going on?
What was that? Did somebody throw a rock at me?
Yeah, I'm like, so I don't know. I don't like to go down like these rabbit holes and conspiracy theories. You know what I'm saying? I like to think in the known and think positive. And,
yeah, put it like this. And now this shooter had plenty of time to put another bullet through his ass. That shit was too fucking long.
And he said he let off 5 shots. How many shots?
No, 1 shot.
If they wanted him dead, he'd be dead. And then it's like the fact that how do you have trained snipers? That's a sniper knows another fucking sniper.
Yeah.
So how the fuck do you?
And I seen that there was a cop that was up there with him, and then he fell off, and people were saying there's somebody climbing the building right there with a rifle.
The spot with the rifle.
They literally pointing out like, hey, there's a guy on the roof
with a rifle.
There's a fucking guy like, hey. The fucking
talented security.
The fucking cup is green. The cup is the cup is fucking green.
But I don't. It's fun. You know what I'm saying? I enjoyed it for 2 days, but like I haven't watched TV since the Boston Celtics won the championship. So it's like I don't really know what's going on. I see some clips on TikTok, Instagram, and things like that, but I don't pay attention to that because I don't know what's real and what's not. You know what I'm saying? But I I'm under a rock right now, man. So
Stay under that damn rock.
I'm under a rock.
You
right
better
now.
off being under that rock and then seeing this bullshit going on.
Yeah, man, I ain't gonna lie, man. This shit was hilarious. Like, I remember texting TJ, the same day it happened, and we discussing if we think it's real or not. First of all, I will say this, like, for the arguments of it being real, it is safe to say, like, bro, it's been over 40 years since we had an assassination attempt on a president or a presidential candidate. And me and you talked about this last night, C's. It's crazy because, like, for those like you and me who study history, love history, from like 63 till like 74 or 5, we probably had like 20 assassination attempts on political figures like senators, congressmen, civil rights leaders, presidential candidates, presidents and stuff. Like, it's crazy. And then basically from 80 the 80s till now, this is the first time someone of that caliber has been even approached at an attempt. One, it should show you the level of security we have nowadays, the level of the Secret Service, the amount of intel we have on shit like this, which is one of the reasons why it's hard for people to do this shit. So, like, for me to be like, yo, I saw the video, and it was like, pss, 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 and Trump kind of just grabbed his ear as if something just kind of just bit his ear.
He didn't grab his ear. He was just,
like,
he just looked like, what the fuck
like,
is
that shit was kind of, like, I ain't gonna lie, man. That shit looks staged. It looked like it was a setup. It looked like Trump really did. If he got shot, he was supposed to get shot. Like, if anything, the person who shot him is like a top 5 expert in the world because he's so good at his job.
Just clip him. Just clip him.
Yeah, and the thing about it, we ain't even talked about the dude, Short Bus Andy.
That's his name on the internet.
Oh, that's the name I gave him.
They said he was. They said he was slow.
Short Bus Andy is the one that clipped his ear. Like, come on, man.
They said this nigga failed his little RTCO, drill courses, like in terms of shooting. They said he had trouble in school. Like, put it like this, but if he did that on his own, then he deserves a gold fucking medal. Because the fact that you got that close to the president from that distance and you've actually held a gun before, like, for those people who've shot, and especially if you shot at distance, there are certain distances that most people say, man, that's money. Most people I've talked to who've had military or law enforcement training have said the distance that shooter was at was money. Like
400 yards.
Like Trump is supposed to be on the ground, brains spatter. He's supposed to be JFK.
It's like, hey,
when JFK wife literally said, "My husband brains is my lap," that's what the fuck was supposed to happen.
She was screaming that shit. She was like, Jackie was screaming. I promise you.
So it's crazy that happened, but these millions, man, the internet undefeated, bro. Because within 2 minutes, 5 minutes, people posting clips of 50 Cent to the point 50 Cent got in on the shit. And, like, I saw, like, at least 5 renditions of Many Men with Trump rapping. And, like, with that AI shit that we talked about recently, man, it's actually using, like, a version of Trump's voice to do the rapping. Mm-hmm. So that shit has been fucking hilarious, man.
And it's crazy that that's all people think about is 50 Cent, but 50 Cent's not even the one. If they was gonna do somebody, they should have did Pac. Pac is the one that got shot and came out the hospital.
So you gonna have Trump come out to All Eyes on Me?
Yes, all eyes.
Ambitions of a rider.
Yes.
Ambitions of a rider.
Yes. Yeah. Not Many Men.
Like Trump, you know what you gotta do now? You gotta fuck Joe Biden, bitch.
I don't think he want to do that.
And then it's
he got to hit Kamala.
Yeah, Kamala.
Yeah.
You know what you gotta do? You got. Hey, Trump. You know what you gotta do?
You got to hit Kamala.
You got to hit the Indian P.
What Faith said? She said when she was young,
don't get started on that hoe. Like, shit, goddamn, man, I ain't no Faith for such a hoe.
What Faith said.
And it's crazy how a bitch, like, she was bad in the 90s, And like every decade, she get worse and worse because she just don't. I don't know what the fuck Faith doing. She doing a lot of crazy ass shit.
Hey, Charlie ain't changed. Charlie Baltimore look the same.
Oh my goodness.
But yeah, and then it's like it just gives fuel to. Okay, this is what really, really made me laugh. Immediately, people were like, "It was Joe Biden. Joe Biden tried to set up."
No, I think they said Hillary first.
It was like Hillary. It was Hillary. It was Hillary. But yeah, it's like trust me, if you want to take your political opponent out, brains and bodies hit. Hey, what's that song? Let the bodies hit the floor.
Yeah,
That's basically what it would have been, and it lines up so perfectly though, because it's like, hey, we're gonna do something radical and crazy, then we're gonna turn around and have the RNC, the Republican National Convention, the next day, and then it's like, raise the fist. America, we're still here. We're still good. I'm not going. What did he say? He pulled a Wolf of Wall Street. I'm not fucking leaving. I'm not going nowhere.
Yeah, man. What y'all final thoughts on all this, man?
man. For me, man, it's hilarious. Like I know John Wilkes Booth and Lee Harvey Oswald or wherever they at, and they looking at shit like they talking to themselves saying, "Man, you ain't no killer, man." Like, bruh, I shot Abe Lincoln, boom, point blank range, and Lee Harvey Oswald said, "Man, I shot JFK, that nigga lover, from at least a good 200 yards away, and I had his brains in his bitch lap. Man, you can't come up here with us." And they killed Trump's, assassination attempt.
I heard he alive. I heard they didn't kill him.
He might be alive, man. Shit.
At first I thought he was dead, but then they said, "Oh no, they didn't kill him." I said, "What the fuck?"
So yeah, it's gonna be. Get ready for the roller coaster. That's all I gotta say. No matter where you lean on the political spectrum, hey, you see, I got 3 other countries with prime examples. Look at what's happening in Kenya. Kenya, these young folks said, "Fuck what you talking about. We ain't paying shit." And then the same time they sent police to Haiti. Kenya sent a police force, a paramilitary force to Haiti to guard the streets. And they was like, "We don't like that shit either, so we're going to fucking rebel on that shit too." They literally had people outside of fucking parliament. So imagine DC, if we was outside of Congress protesting, like strong. They literally mowed people down, shot like 12, 20 people dead. Kenya's going through it. Another country is Haiti's one of the biggest ones, but it's a lot. France, shit. You want to talk about quote unquote first world countries, but you talking about Western countries? France, they said that France. One thing I will give France, they say if we don't like the government, we're going to fucking roll heads. Basically, they say fuck that shit. Been through so many constitutions and all this other shit. So look at world politics and bring it back to the U.S. You'll get an idea how shit is.
Juice man, you got any final thoughts?
Nah, man.
And it was the Airbnb Rakim, y'all. Peace.
Yeah, man. Catch us at the next light, man. We in traffic. And I'm back quiet.